Larry Bird has never been one to chase headlines or indulge in hype. His presence in basketball history is one of quiet authority, a man whose legacy speaks far louder than any soundbite could. But when he finally broke his silence to talk about Caitlyn Clark, it wasn't just another legend giving a young player a pat on the back. It was a passing of the torch moment, one of those rare instances when greatness recognizes greatness. Bird, a symbol of Indiana pride and NBA excellence, saw something in Caitlyn that reminded him of his own beginnings, the mix of raw talent, relentless willpower, and the audacity to challenge a game that wasn't quite ready for them. His message wasn't a hollow compliment. It was a revelation. To anyone who's been watching Caitlyn's meteoric rise, those words hit differently. Because she hasn't just played basketball, she's reshaped it. From Iowa's college courts to packed WNBA arenas, Caitlyn Clark has transformed every stage she stepped on. The game moves differently when she's on the floor. Her presence electrifies the crowd, her confidence bleeds through every possession, and her ability to turn pressure into performance feels almost cinematic. Larry Bird recognized that same spark, the kind that ignites a revolution. Just as he and Magic Johnson once lifted the NBA into a new golden age, Caitlyn is doing the same for women's basketball. The parallels are undeniable. When Bird and Magic clashed in 1979, their rivalry didn't just crown a champion, it revived the sport. It brought fire, personality, and narrative to basketball. And now, decades later, history seems to be repeating itself through Caitlyn Clark and Angel Reese. Their rivalry mirrors that same tension, that same excitement, but with a modern twist. Every time Caitlyn and Angel face off, it feels like a cultural event. The passion, the emotion, the competition, it's raw, real, and magnetic. Magic Johnson himself acknowledged it, saying Caitlyn reminds him of how it all started for him and Bird. Two young stars pushing each other toward greatness, their competition elevating the entire game. That's what's happening now in the WNBA. And just as Bird and Magic's rivalry brought millions to the NBA, Caitlyn and Angel are doing it for the women's game. Attendance is up, merchandise is selling out, and broadcasts are breaking records. For the first time in decades, women's basketball isn't fighting for attention, it's commanding it. But with fame comes fire. Critics have questioned Caitlyn's spotlight, claiming she's been overhyped or protected. Some have tried to chip away at her accomplishments by pointing to her endorsements or her fan base. Yet, in every shove, every foul, every dismissive comment, Caitlyn has met resistance with grace. And that's what Larry Bird saw. An athlete unbothered by noise, grounded by purpose, and built for the long game. That calm under pressure, that ability to rise above chaos, is the kind of greatness that turns players into legends. Even other icons have taken notice. Chris Paul, one of the most respected point guards in NBA history, called Caitlyn's rise symbolic, a new chapter in the story of playmaking brilliance. Through a video message, he praised her for rewriting the record books as a rookie, listing her achievements like a proud mentor. But his advice went deeper than stats. He told her that the real challenge comes after the glory, to get stronger, faster, smarter, and to never lose touch with family and faith. It was the kind of message that only a veteran who's lived through the grind of stardom could give. For Caitlyn, it was a gentle reminder that the road ahead is long, but she's built for it. Then came Dwight Howard's observation, a comment that, at first, few noticed, but in hindsight, felt prophetic. When Caitlyn was left off the Olympic roster, the world debated whether it was politics or performance. But Howard saw something else, a blessing in disguise. He said, maybe this is her time to get sharper, stronger, hungrier. And he was right. The break didn't dim her fire, it intensified it. When she returned to the court, she was transformed. Her movements were sharper, her energy fiercer, her confidence unshakable. What should have been a setback became a comeback story that defined her rookie season. Even legends like Reggie Miller had their say, reminding her that greatness isn't given. It's earned through pain, sacrifice, and persistence. He warned that she'd have to earn her respect just like every great before her, and that's exactly what she's doing. Every game, every deep three-pointer, every perfectly timed assist is a statement. Caitlyn Clark isn't asking for validation, she's taking it. She's proving that she belongs not just in the WNBA, but in the larger conversation of basketball greatness. And when Michael Jordan finally spoke on her journey, the entire sports world froze. Jordan doesn't hand out praise lightly. But he called Caitlyn a transformative force, saying the WNBA owes her for what she's done for the game. His words weren't about gender or league, they were about legacy. He even called out the league's officiating, demanding that players like her, who carry the sport on their shoulders, be protected and respected. That was the moment everyone realized just how big Caitlyn's impact had become. When the greatest player of all time defends you publicly, it's not just validation, it's coronation. Allen Iverson, the game's original rebel genius, echoed the same respect. "She shoots the blood out of the ball," he laughed, shaking his head. "She's fearless, aggressive, and makes her teammates better." Coming from a man who changed the very culture of basketball with his swagger and defiance, that's not small praise. It's an acknowledgement of a kindred spirit. Iverson saw in Caitlyn the same energy that once made him unstoppable. The courage to be different, the strength to carry the weight of expectation, and the ability to turn pressure into poetry. What's remarkable about Caitlyn's journey isn't just the wins, it's the transformation she sparked. The WNBA isn't the same league it was before her arrival. Games that once drew small audiences now fill arenas. Brands that once hesitated now compete to partner with her. Young girls who once doubted their place in basketball now wear her jersey with pride. She's not just growing the game. She's rewriting its identity, and Larry Bird, with his soft-spoken wisdom, saw that from the start. He recognized in her the same fire that once burned in him, the will to carry a franchise, the patience to endure criticism, and the grace to lead through it all. Caitlyn Clark has become more than a player. She's a symbol of evolution, a bridge between generations. She embodies what happens when talent meets tenacity, when hard work meets history. The legends who came before her, Bird, Magic, Jordan, Iverson, Paul, they all see it. Because they know what it takes to change the game, and Caitlyn Clark is doing exactly that. So, what do you think Larry Bird truly meant when he said Caitlyn Clark was redefining the game? Was it just admiration or was it prophecy? Could it be that we're witnessing the beginning of a new era, one where women's basketball finally stands shoulder to shoulder with the men's game, not in competition, but in legacy? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you believe Caitlyn Clark's story is just getting started, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more updates, and join us as we follow her incredible journey, one fearless shot at a time.